Alrighty, so what I'm planning on doing, so I need to replace this trailer plug because this one doesn't work and can't really be bothered trying to figure out why it doesn't. Alrighty, as you can see, I've just got my main lights on and then my hazards, and then I'll just test the voltage behind the plug. Then obviously that will flash 12 volt, and then my main lights will just be all 12 volt, and then the other one that's dead because I don't have something that I can do it with, but the other one that won't have any voltage on it would be my brake or stop. Give it a shot, should be pretty easy. I've got these little clip connectors that I got 5-finger discount from Bunnings, so it should be pretty sweet. So I just shaved a bit from the inside. What I'm doing, just taking the globe out for ease, and I've turned the power off just because I was about to start working on it. But there's this wire that's coming in the back here. That's your power, and then the one on the side's your ground. This one's fine because there's only one cable, but over back here on your brake light there's two, because one's your park lights, or like your main light driving lights, and then the other one's your brake pedal light. I'm being a bit lazy and I'm just going to be using these. It's very simple. All you do is you just put the one wire in, your wire that you want the power onto. There's a small metal bar here that you push down, which will make the connection. That's that done. Super simple, pretty easy. Saved me cutting and splicing and soldering. Just show you what I mean here. So there's two connection points in the back there. If I just ground this to the side, I touch that bottom one, there's no voltage. I touch that top one, there's voltage. So that top one is your driving lights. Alrighty, that proved to be a bit more of a headache than I first intended. It's just a bit hard getting access to that left one with all my previous wiring in there. And I kind of forgot that I don't actually have to run individual circuits from this one, because I only need the one for the brake light and the running light. But I've ran them all and I've got them down the bottom here, so I'm just going to put them in a bit of insulation and wire up that plug. Alrighty, I got it all in the conduit, but I'm worried it's a bit short. It's quite far to that right side. I might have just to extend those wires a bit, which is a little bit annoying, but it is doable. I'm going to switch my focus now, and I'm just going to work on finishing my bumper before I commit to wiring this up. It'll probably sit. This isn't the one I'm using. I'm using this one here, but it'll probably sit about here, which I'm not too sure if that's too far away or not. So I'm just going to finish that bull bar now, and then once that's in place, then I'll be able to make a judgment. Alrighty, so this is my tow bar I'm working on. The design is very similar. It's upside down at the moment, if you're wondering. It's pretty much based exactly off the original L series tow bar, except for the fact that I want a hitch receiver and not the tongue that originally came on it. And obviously I've used a bit more beefier metal. If you're concerned about if it's strong enough, it'll be stronger than what was on there, because I've used the same mounting points, except for I've just used heavy steel, and I am adding some more mounting points. The tow capacity of L series are only like 750 kilos anyways, so I'm not going to be towing anything more than my dinghy. The main reason for the hitch receiver is for like a motorcycle rack, as like I said, the original ones only came with a tongue, so that's a bit better with the top view. That's for the exhaust. Pretty much all I have left to do now is just drill the two holes out on the side here for the hitch pin, and then obviously paint it black. Alrighty, so I've just measured that up. I've got about 2 mil of tolerance because I'm using a 22 mil drill bit. Hitch pin is 20 mil. There should be enough wiggle room that if it doesn't line up perfectly, It's not going to be that big of a deal. I can always file it out if that's the case. I'm going to try use my drill. It's all I really have. If all those fails, I have to go to my mate's house. Can't get him to help me out, but I'm going to try my best with this drill and I'll see how we go. I don't know how well you can see that, but it is unfortunately off center. But with that tolerance that we added, pin still does fit. Obviously it's pretty disappointing, but that's okay. I'll just adjust that for this side and we'll get it cut out. Alrighty, this hole went a lot better. I'm actually really surprised and actually pretty impressed, to be honest, that this 12 volt Milwaukee drill can actually drill through 6mm steel, so that's good to know. Slides in quite nicely, and as you can see the hitch pin lines up really nicely on this side. It a bit, like I said, it's a bit out on that one, but it still fits, so what can you do? Not too bad. There are 2 small gaps on either side here that I'm just going to use this 3mm plate just to close up. It's no point adding 6mm because it's not going to add any structure to it. It's just to keep dirt and whatnot from getting inside and rusting it out. So I'm just going to put a bit of etch primer on these holes just to prevent rust. Whilst that's sitting, I'm going to make up 2 little covers for here. And then once that's all done, then we'll be ready for paint. I'll just quickly cut those pieces out. I'll get them tacked up and welded, and then we can paint them. Alrighty, so yeah, just cap that edge off, welded it all the way around, and then just ground the top off to make it flat. Get that other side done. Alrighty, that side's all done. Put a lick of paint on it and then I'll spray paint the whole thing black. Got it hung up in the tree with a bit of chook wire. Not looking at winning any awards with this paint job. Just want to make it black so it doesn't stand out. So I'm not concerned about dirt or dust on it. Just got some of this quick dry metal paint. I think it's black. Guess we'll find out. Whilst I wait for that final coat to dry, I'm just going to commit to wiring it where it is. I can't be really bothered extending them, and plus it's not too far away. It's not gonna be that big of a deal, I don't think. So at least I hope it's not. Anyways, I'm going to quickly wire this up and mount it, and then that should be ready for the tow bar to go on. Got it mounted. As you can see, it is pretty far to that right side, but I'm hoping that it is long enough. Otherwise I'll just get one of those adapters that go from that to the circle, and that will act as like an extension lead. So I'm fine with that. And it wouldn't be a miles build without some tech screws involved, so there they are. But yeah, should be mint. Got my floor jack here. I'm going to see if I can jack it up and get it in place to get one bolt in, and then hopefully the rest of them going well, because I haven't actually really test fitted this. I did before I welded it all up, but since welding it I haven't actually tried it out, so I might have to get the Dremel and bore out some of the holes, but hopefully, fingers crossed, it's all good. Boom! She's on. Pretty good. So you can see the gap for the exhaust there, which I actually don't have because it fell off. But she's all mounted up there. You can see it's pretty far away, but like I said, we'll sort that out later if we need to. But yeah, one more finishing touch and then it should be ready. Picked up these fancy twisted shackles that were chuck on, and then I'll back her up to the boat and see if the lights work. Well, my fancy shackles don't fit, which kind of sucks, but I've got some other ones I can use. Well, I'm sure I'll find a use to these somewhere. Right, so the adapter that goes from the round plug to the square plug is in my mum's car, so I don't have it right now, so I can't test the lights. I'll back her up and I'll attach it to the boat, and I'll just drive it on my driveway and back, just to confirm that it's not going to fall off. Alrighty, there we go. Pretty stoked. It sits relatively level. Looks pretty silly though how big the boat is and then my little car, but I'm really happy with it. Next thing I'm going to get is that motorcycle rack so I can have my moped or my bike on the back. But yeah, that concludes this video. First video back, so hope you enjoyed. Planning on filming a lot more like this, doing like maintenance things. I've got my wheel bearings and gearbox mounts to do next. But yeah, thanks for sticking around.